What's up, everybody? Serial Entrepreneur here, and in this episode we're going to talk about SEO. And I get a lot of questions about SEO. What is SEO? Search engine optimization, okay? And that kind of gives it away, as to what we're going to talk about here, search engines, okay? Why is SEO important? How does it kind of work? So SEO basically is in my opinion, the most important thing you can do for a business for long-term marketing, long-term marketing effectiveness. And the reason why is because if you set up good SEO, which means creating basically great content, you'll have a long-term marketing plan that provides a free basically avenue of sales that are coming in, or basically not a free avenue of sales, but a free avenue for marketing. And the reason why is because it's organic. So we'll just kind of break it. It's kind of easier just to show with an example. So we'll go into the computer. What is SEO? So search engine optimization is the process of maximizing the number of visitors to a particular website by ensuring that the site appears high on the list of search results by a search engine. So this is the organic section, or the SEO section. This is what everybody refers to when you hear about SEO. And this is where you're going to show up for that free longevity. Why is this the best? Because I'm not paying to be in this section. Basically, when someone does a search, in this case for a plumber, these businesses were the top rated businesses, or the most relevant businesses when I did a search for plumber. And it's because they've created content around the keyword term plumber that relates back, that Google can then go in and say, okay, well, this is what that business does, this is what they promote, and this is how they're going to be able to help that person that's searching for this plumber. Okay, and that's how basically you're trying to build yourself up on SEO. That's what the purpose of it is. So let's look at how we can actually get our site to rank on SEO. And the first is on-site SEO. On-site just has, there are several pieces. So I wouldn't recommend, unless you're wanting to just be a focused SEO agency, which there is opportunity and money in that. You can definitely just do SEO for clients and make money. I would recommend, again, doing everything, but if you just wanted to focus on SEO, there's over 100 different pieces that are going to make your website appear at the top. And just some examples of on-site are going to be your titles and subtitles, so the names on your pages, the descriptions and page content. What if you have products, the product description, or the page content, so the about section, business histories, things like that. Your meta tags. The meta tags are huge because this is basically in the coding how when Google crawls your website, it looks through that code and sees meta tags as a reference, almost like a filter. So you need to have your meta tags pretty much labeled correctly. Images and video files. The files need to be quality video. The file name itself needs to be related to the product or service. So if you're selling, we'll say, construction equipment, and you're selling a shovel, the image name for that product needs to have the word shovel just in the file name, as specific as that, because Google's website, if you don't know much about coding, the actual image is inserted into the code. So there is a link of some sort. It's basically a local file, and you take that file and you put that link into the code. That's how Google will actually read the code and know whether your website is about construction or selling construction equipment. So those little things. Responsive design, making sure that if someone's on a mobile phone, that it optimizes for that mobile phone or that mobile device. If it sits on there and they have to zoom in and out to see the actual product, most people would just jump off that website, so you're losing sales that way. Outbound links, and this is links going to other sites that are related to your business. So if you are writing a blog about clothing, you could easily send an outbound link or tag basically GQ's website, or an article on GQ's website that relates to men's fashion or something like that. That's an outbound link, and that helps build credibility to your site. Inbound or internal links, and these are links that basically go in your website to different product pages. So if you're talking in your blog about, say, men's fashion, and you get basically you're trying to promote, say, socks for me. You have socks that you're trying to promote. I can actually say, so if I have a blog and I'm writing about American, like the 4th of July, I can take my American flag socks and tag that or link that in that blog to link back to that product page where those socks exist. That's internal linking, and that builds structure to your site, which SEO is a part of. The loading speed of your site, that's a key thing. If it takes forever to load, people that means are gonna jump off and not use your site. That takes away from your credibility. LSI keywords, so those are keywords based. So if your business is digital marketing, like ours is digital marketing, what's an LSI keyword for digital marketing would be internet marketing or online marketing. Basically think of it as a synonymous type term for that business or industry. So if you're in restaurant, an LSI keyword would probably be like bar or fast food, something like that is how an LSI keyword works. And then social sharing. You want to have your social icons on your website, and it's not directly correlated with SEO, but what it does is it allows people to share your content. And if they're not sharing your content, then that means it's not valuable, it's not going to rank you in SEO. So you want those shareable icons to be on your page, so that way if you do have great content, they're able to take it and push it out to their pages. That's going to help you rank. The next part is offsite SEO, and you're looking at a few features here. Mainly what I focus on is the review sites and listing sites, and it's because there's hundreds, over 300 I know for sure. So here's some examples of what listing, so Google, Yahoo, Bing, those are all listing sites. Yelp, that's a review site. Yellow Pages, White Pages, MapQuest. And MapQuest, it's not a review site, but it does list your business information. So your phone number, your address, your location, all of that stuff. So that's one thing you want to focus on for sure. You want all of your business information to be basically streamlined all the way across the internet. So that way nobody has any confusion as to where you're located or what number to call. And that's where we'll get into the product that I mentioned, I believe in the beginning in the intro video, called Vendasta. And Vendasta is great for managing all of these listings in one place. It gives them a dashboard. It's a super cheap product that you can sell thousands of subscriptions to for $500 a month, and you pay $250 a month. So we'll go more into Vendasta. You guys are really gonna like that service. The next part is backlinks, building backlinks, and you guys have heard a ton about this. So what is a backlink? Basically, a backlink is a link to your article. So if I write a blog, what I do for my digital marketing agency and for my clients, I will actually build out blog articles, and then I'll go reach out to local media outlets, PR outlets, but usually newspapers, something like that. And I'll go to their director, their chief editor, and I'll talk to the chief editor and say, hey, look, I have a client who's in the auto industry. They've been in the auto industry for 20 years. We're writing blog content for them based around this topic. Could you guys use something like this for maybe your auto section or your business, your opinion section in your newspaper? You take that article to them, it gives them free article. You don't charge them anything for it. I mean, you could probably if it was that great of an article, but you can give them a free article that they can then publish on their website and then put a link back to your website or your client's website in that article. That's a backlink. Them coming back to you and saying, okay, this is where this link came from. We're promoting it because we feel like it is valuable for this customer. So backlinks are very simple. Building them can be difficult. That's the hardest part, is finding out how to get people to link back to your site. And what does that come down to? Again, great content. Without the great content, there's no reason for them to link to your site. So, like I said, backlinks for local and national media outlets, like I just mentioned, article directories. We'll go into those a little bit. Basically, an article directory is a database of articles that are related to specific industries or topics, and you can upload information there. Industry forums, that's one of the best areas to do it. So you can go into, so for my transmission guy, we go to transmission related forums and we type articles up, not articles really, but conversational pieces that kind of give people information, or if they need help with something, we offer advice. And every time you do that, you create a link to your website. And that's a great way. And you can actually get them to engage with your blog as well. If they have an active online community at one of these forums, you can talk with them and say, hey, are you guys interested in partnering with us? That's something you want to do. And then blog directories, those are it's all generally the same thing, just basically putting in information into a blog directory, where these blog directories are already focused on specific niches, and they post about content like that and have people who view that content. Next part is social media marketing, and why this is important for offsite SEO is, like I said, when I was talking about the other videos, or when I was talking about the other platforms, even when you just create a page, like a business page or an Instagram page, you're basically creating a listing for that business. You're putting in the business name, the information about the business, hours of operation, phone number, all of that is part of the listing. So it's adding more authority to your website because you exist on those popular platforms. So right here, as you can see, host content about your products, services, which contains keywords. So that's important. Google's crawling for those keywords, and provides another way for customers to engage with your business: likes, shares, comments, follows, tags, all of that, and even leave reviews. Excellent social media strategy can greatly increase SEO even when you're lacking in other areas. And I have proof of this because when I first started I had a mobile detailing and commercial pressure washing company. When I first started that, did not start a website at all. I ran it completely through Facebook and Instagram, and we got, I don't know how many calls, and I never even had a website. But why? Because I was constantly on those platforms just promoting content about detailing in my local area. So I didn't even have to have a website, and I was still performing highly in SEO. So when someone would do a search for a car detailer or a mobile car detailer, my Facebook page was showing up above even people who had websites for their detailing page, just because of the content that I was promoting and the fact that people were engaging with my page. So that just goes to show you SEO can really, or social media can really have an effect on SEO. Last one is social bookmarking, and really the way you want to do this now, at least with modern marketing, you want to focus on important sites. You don't want to go to the old-fashioned way, which was these social bookmarking sites where literally it was just a ton of different websites listed out and in different industries and bookmarked. Today, what social bookmarking is reddit.com, StumbleUpon, scoop.it, Delicious. Those are different types of modern bookmarking sites, because all they are is basically, it's like a blog directory. That's essentially what it is, but people go in there and they tag specific articles or specific topics. But that's what you would do. So essentially for a social, so if I had a customer who talked about, we'll say, teeth, or they're a dentist, okay? We would go on Reddit and we would talk specifically to people who have articles on there about teeth. And we would bookmark or tag basically our website in the comments and leave a response or something like that. That's all social bookmarking is. It's super easy. The last part, how does SEO affect online presence? Like I said, it's going to boost you in the organic search results, so it's free. You don't have to worry about paying for it month after month. You pay that flat fee. It's a steady cost every single time. You don't change up the price with SEO, and you're going to make money off of that advertising. So and one thing, again, setting the expectation is huge. So when you go into a client, let them know this isn't something that you set up and expect to just instantly take off and you're at the top of organic search results in 2 to 3 months. It takes sometimes up to a year to even start showing up on the first page, depending on the industry. If you're in the attorney space and you're working with them, it's going to take you a lot longer to get up to that top spot, or up to the first page even, if they don't have any content or you're starting fresh. And the other thing, I guess, another quick tip that I forgot to mention up front with SEO is that if you're not on the first page of results, your business is not doing what it needs to do. So instantly go to the second page, and if you see your business there, you're not doing something right. Okay, let me back up. If you're on the first page and you're on the second page, that's great. But if you're not on the first page at all and you're only on the second page, there's an issue, because I think it's 90% of all search traffic doesn't make it to any page but the first page. So that means 90% of all people are going to the first page, and that's it. 10% of people, and it's probably a little smaller than that, will go to the second page. So keep that in mind. If you're not showing up, that's what you need to focus. That is the end goal, basically. Figure out what these businesses are doing to get on the first page and replicate that. And I've provided a lot of different tools for you guys to use here for SEO marketing, and tools that I use to kind of look at where a business stands, what they can improve on. So UpCity will run a free report. You guys have seen this in my digital marketing audit. SEMrush does pretty much the same. So we'll do a quick example of the Yext tool really quick. And if you get in here, all right, so we have to find a business. We'll do Royal Sticks. It's a local Chinese and Japanese food restaurant around me, but you can see, so we're gonna enter in the business name, so Royal Sticks. And then we're gonna add in their phone number. Let's see if they're good. Yeah, they are doing good, yay. At least they have their listing updated. All right, so we're gonna add their phone number in, and you don't really have to add the first name. This is so they can market to you, so I just leave that blank. And then it'll pull up a report, and you can see right here how their listings are performing, where they haven't claimed. what they have claimed, if they have their phone number listed. This is great things to show them. So what I'll typically do is right here, I'd take this picture and show them, look at all these listings that you're actually missing for your business. And we can get these taken care of with our software. And it's very cheap, very affordable for you. Let me see if I'm not interested. So that's basically running the Yext tool really quick. It's super easy to use, shows you a lot of great information, and that's what these tools do as well. They look at pieces of SEO and show where they're performing great, whether they have backlinks, whether the title, that's another thing that you can check and just show them this really quick. But like if I go to Royal Sticks, and their website is terrible. I've been trying to get on with them for a little bit now. They said they were gonna call me when they get done with Yelp advertising, which don't ever let anybody get on Yelp. But anyways, you can see right here the website title. If I hover over this tab, it says Royal Sticks, Fayetteville, Georgia, order online. That is a terrible website title because Google is actually gonna crawl that and it means nothing. All it really says that has any meaning is that they're in Fayetteville, Georgia. So it gives at least a location, but what is Royal Sticks? That has nothing to, so what I would do is I would type Royal Sticks, Fayetteville, Georgia, and then the next part wouldn't be online, order online, it would be Japanese restaurant or Chinese restaurant, whatever they specify with or relate to more. So that's what you want to look at, just things like that. And that's what those tools will actually show you. So make sure you're using those when you're performing an audit or presenting to a potential client. Show them those things, because when they see that they're not appearing in those results, or if information is incorrect, they're gonna react the way you want them to react, and you're gonna get that sale. So the white label services I was talking about, like I said, Vendasta or Yext, you can use either one. Vendasta is my preference, and that's how you're gonna actually help them with their listings that we were just talking about, or I was just showing you. Vendasta is only $250 a month to start out on their partner program, and that's so you can actually get access to their thing and you can start putting some of your clients on it. Cool thing is you get up to 2,500 clients a month, and it costs you $250 a month for that one software. So I can put 2,500 clients on that, charge them each $500 a piece for this software. And do you see where the money is? $250, and I can have $2,500 or 2,500 clients paying me $500. Ton of money to be made right there. So it's a really great platform. If you're not using it for your agency, get on it now. Or not now. Get on it when what I did, I waited until I got my first customer, because $250 a month is a lot if you have no customers. Wait till you get that first customer. They get you on board really quick. They'll give you a demo of everything. They have a partner. When you actually purchase the partner program, they'll assign you someone in their business, from their business, to help you get on board, get set up, and get familiar with the system. One quick note that they don't like to mention up front is there is an onboarding fee for all of that. So you actually, and what they did for me was actually pretty cool, and it was kind of their fault. So I don't know if they'll do this for you guys, so don't take my word for this, but they waived my first month, the $250 I was talking about. They waived that, and they gave me basically, instead of paying the $1,000 onboarding fee, which is a lot, right? They dropped that down to $500. So for the first month, I'm only paying $500. That includes the onboarding fee and my first month of service. What they did tell me though was, so good for you guys, is it is $1,000, but you can basically bargain with them on everything with that, and you can probably get down to around a $500 price point for that first initial month. But you can see it's expensive to start off with, but you get that first client who really needs this service, and you can really upsell it. So it's a great platform. What else is really needed to be successful is just great content writing, like I said. So if you aren't a great writer, outsource that to someone who can write great content. You need to come up with a creative idea. It needs to be something that's going to stand out, not something that's been written 150 times. So that's really the thing there. Just provide great content. Visibility is going to be another big thing. So you want to make sure your client has every search engine platform or listing or review site claimed. And that's what, like, again, that Vendasta or Yext site. Oh, I guess let me mention one more thing with Yext. Yext is a great platform. They're the first ones to do it. They're just more expensive. They're actually about $350, and you only get 8 clients, but they are the kings at it for a reason. They do the best job. But if you're looking for something more affordable to start off with, look at Vendasta. They both do the same service though. So visibility, like I just mentioned, just make sure that they're on all of those listing sites and review sites, because that's going to help them instantly start ranking, or not instantly, but start ranking faster. Make sure all their social media accounts are set up, and that they have some content promoted on it, and that their about sections are filled out, and the details of the business, and that their about sections are filled out, and that the details of the business are up to date. That's going to be important. And then that content is coming out regularly. You know, it needs to be coming out in a steady stream. If you go on for a week and then off for a week, you're going to confuse your audience. And then the last little part for that is get active with other businesses and share other businesses' content. Get them to share your content, because that's going to add authority to. So if I have another business tagging my business in their blog articles and I'm tagging their blog articles and we're both related, it's actually going to do really well for your business. So competition is not always competition or what you would think it might be. And on-site, the last thing is just to make sure on-site SEO is properly set up and optimized. That's really a one-time thing. I do it twice a year for my customers, so once every 6 months we do a check and look at the, obviously content is put in, new content is put in, optimized for SEO, but we still do a check every 6 months to make sure everything's good. There's no broken links, anything like that. So you don't have to do it on a regular basis, but the cool thing is every time that I do that, I charge them for that. But I'm at that level. You don't have to do that starting off, so you can, attract more customers, but that's up to you. And that's basically it for SEO, guys. So again, review this information again, go through it multiple times, do your own research outside of what I've just provided you. I'm telling you, you need to look at multiple resources. I do this all the time. When I was in Ty's course, I was taking his course and looking at 15 other things at one time to figure out really what was going on with SEO. So make sure you're doing the same, okay? But that's it. So I'm going to get out of here for this episode, but make sure you tune in for the next episode. It's going to be some really good information. So for now, Serial Entrepreneur out.